Akwesasne Mohawks, the Ganawagi Mohawks, and the members of the Confederacy. He was always there, always willing to put his life at risk for his people. And I want to tell you a story about his funeral. When he passed and we went up to Akwesasne to put him out, he was going to be buried in Cornwall Island, which is part of the Mohawk Reservation, but it's separated from the main reservation by the St. Lawrence. And it's supposed to be in the Canadian continent. So they used to have on the bridge between Akwesasne and Cornwall a customs post. And what they decided to do was to blockade it and close it down so that all of the residents of Cornwall Island and those people who came from Cornwall Island to Akwesasne would have to go miles down and go into Canada and then come back around and come up from Malone and Messina to come back to the rest. They had a funeral a week before, and the same similar circumstances. The services and the funeral home was in Akwesasne, and the burial was going to be on Cornwall Island. They made that family go all the way down off of the territory and cross over into Canada and then come all the way back and then go into the territory of Cornwall Island. But what happened is a few of the people came and approached the family. And I was there because I had to say my farewell to my brother, because he had always been like a father to me since I was a little guy. And when they came, they said, we can't allow this to happen. And what they did is a few of them went down, members of the Warrior Society, to talk to the people at the border crossing and say, look, we need to have it. We tried to follow your rules. We tried 2-3 weeks ago. The chief contacted you to open this up so we could take our brother to the cemetery on Cornwall. And they responded. We called over everybody, all the supervisor, the inspectors. They said, no, no, no. So the question was raised, well, what happens if we come with the hearse and everybody behind it to cross the border? And they say, we will stop you. And then all of a sudden, state police started showing up and more border crossing officers. So what the community did, the Akwesasne community did, is they made calls to members on Cornwall Island. And they started coming across the bridge. And they even climbed up on the bridge and put a warrior's flag up on the bridge. And then members of the Akwesasne community on the American side in Akwesasne started to come up and pick up trucks in the beat up old cars and started to surround the post where they checked everybody's IDs on the American side. So here, the border crossing officers and the state police, they were surrounded. And then we were told to grab the body and hearse, and the line of cars followed them. And we went to the border, and it was like the waters had opened up. They just opened, and we all went through. And then we were able to bury our brother on Cornwall without disturbance. And our drum went up, we sang a song for them, and then they allowed us all to come back to the United States. And from my heart and understanding what day, that was a wonderful day, because his last act on earth was to break the blockade on Akwesasne between Cornwall and Akwesasne proper.